When a new thing appears, only 5% of people know it. Do it quickly. When more than 50%, you don't have to look at it. Many people are unable to see. Look down upon. Look not to understand. Too late. Project Prospect. The big waste causes the environment to be polluted. Relevant data show that 95% of those who choose to live unused clothes do not know how to deal with unused clothes. 20% worry about refurbishing or making black cotton after selling clothes in China. 83.7% think there is no formal recycling enterprise for clothes because of false media reports. And 76.2% of residents do not know that clothes can be reused and processed into recycled fiber and recycled cotton. Because of the above reasons, users who choose to leave their clothes idle can only throw them into the trash can at a low price after long-term storage. Project Analysis. Used clothes recycling is an unpopular waste recycling project, which began to rise in China from 2010, mainly concentrated in coastal port cities of Guangdong, Jiangsu and Zhejiang, most of which belong to the blank market. The supply of used clothes market is sufficient. A third and fourth tier city has a population of more than 500,000, and thousands of tons of used clothes and other textiles are discarded every year, according to online data. Shanghai and other metropolises discard 130,000 tons of old clothes every year, which are worth hundreds of millions of yuan after sorting. In addition, second-hand clothes are in great demand in the foreign market. There are more than 1 billion people in Africa. There is no textile industry and all the textiles rely on imports. So there is a huge demand in the market. Less developed places like Cambodia and the Philippines have demand for used clothing after sorting, cleaning, disinfection and processing. The recycled second-hand clothes are exported to Africa and other places through foreign trade companies. The unused clothes are sold to domestic manufacturers and processed into finished products, such as mops, carpets, fishing nets and nylon ropes. The used clothes recycling program has a low threshold and low risk, and can be operated in areas above the county seat. The municipal agency only requires a vehicle and a sorting warehouse of about 100 square meters. And the capital investment of the whole project is about 25,000 yuan. However, the recycling of old clothes is not a simple collection of garbage. It needs to be sorted and packed according to the sorting standard for different purposes. Meanwhile, this project requires the time investment of down-to-earth people. Project advantages. 1. There is a large supply of goods. Almost every household has. And there will be a large number of clothes in the changing season. There are many sources of goods. We can know that dozens or hundreds of people in a city who collect waste paper can make money. The price of old clothes is dozens of times that of paper, and the price is not transparent. 2. Blank market. Basically no competition. One thing without competition is very few people to do. So in business, we all know that it's easier to do it with fewer people. For business scope, recycling types of old clothes: jackets, down jackets, knitwear, jeans, trousers, children's wear, sportswear, school uniforms and so on. Recycling types of white textiles: curtain cloth, bed sheets, towels, pillowcases, white t-shirts and so on. Recycling types of shoes and bags: school bags, leather bags, wallets, women's bags, sports shoes, leather shoes, children's shoes, canvas shoes and so on. Market prospect. According to the survey results, more than 90% of the netizens have encountered no door for second-hand clothes donation. 69.06% of them said encountered had no choice but to throw away the old clothes. 22.65% of them said encountered. Where did these old clothes go later? Authorities said most of them were buried as garbage. But reporters found that was not the case when they investigated, but were disposed of in other ways. According to statistics from the China Association for Comprehensive Utilization of resources. China's textile production reached 43 million tons in 2014, and about 26 million tons of old clothes were thrown away. The survey found that this was not the case. At present, under the operation of a fairly mature industrial chain, a large number of used clothes become export commodities across the sea. In the past, the industry was mainly concentrated in coastal areas such as Guangdong, but with the establishment of online sales platforms, the industry chain began to develop rapidly last year and spread throughout the country. The number of companies making money from used clothes has grown from dozens to more than 1,000. The unique business this project is not a bad street WeChat business agents selling facial mask, clothing store, noodle shop. More not pyramid selling or direct selling. Mode through the combination of energy conservation, environmental protection and public welfare. Low-cost recycling organization of goods, through professional sorting to maximize the value. Old clothes. Every person, every family will produce. According to the data, China produces 10 million tons of old clothes every year. Such a big social value is wasted, it is a pity. Professional old clothes recycling can maximize the role of old clothes, save social labor, realize the purpose of environmental protection and circular economy. According to experts, tens of millions of tons of used clothes a year will create a huge new industry. Easy and simple investment threshold is low. Very little working capital can easily start. The risks are controllable, and the project does not require large expenditures. Price opacity guarantees fat profits. Well, the above is all the content of old clothes sorting. Thank you for your support and trust. I hope you can also earn the first bucket of gold in life in the old clothes recycling industry.